Hello, I'm Alan Stevens, the Media Coach. Around this time of year, I give verdicts on the main political speeches, and this time I'm going to be analysing Keir Starmer's speech today to the Labour Party conference. Now, Keir Starmer is not what I would call a natural orator. He's somebody who has learnt to deliver, and obviously what I'm not going to do is to get into the politics of his speech. I'm looking at the nuts and bolts, if you like, the mechanics, or as he might call it, the tools that he used during his speech. So this is not a political analysis, this is a speech writers and speakers analysis. So as I say, he's not a natural orator, but he's obviously learnt some of the tricks and techniques, some of the pauses, some of the rhetorical devices that you can use to deliver a speech. It was a long speech. It was around about 90 minutes and not even a game of two halves. It was a long speech. But nevertheless, he maintained the pace. He held up the pace pretty well. He got a number of standing ovations throughout the speech and obviously finished with a long one, as all politicians do at these sorts of events. He handled hecklers reasonably well, I thought. He was heckled more than many leaders are during their speeches, and that was not unexpected given what had gone before. He had some good lines to use against hecklers, some of which were prepared. Now, I thought the best line that he used was that he said, around this time on a Wednesday, I'm normally being heckled by the Tories, so I'm not going to bother about what's happening now. I think that was almost an off-the-cuff ad lib, but some of the lines that he used, prepared lines, were very good. He talked about the future, and that was a theme that he had running through the speech, and I thought that all speeches need a strong theme, the thread that runs through the middle of a speech, and he kept returning to that time and again. He told personal stories. He seemed a little bit uncomfortable, I have to say, when he was telling personal stories. I don't think he's used to doing that sort of thing. Clearly, he's been advised to do that, rightly in my view, and he's practiced that. So he told a number of personal stories, some of them very emotional, about his mother in particular being in hospital, but also some emotional stories about other people that he'd met through his time as being Director of Public Prosecutions. And I think those moments actually worked pretty well. Even though, as I say, he's not a natural at doing this sort of thing. So the speech as a whole, I think he delivered pretty well. It wasn't a remarkable piece of oratory, but it was good, and it satisfied the crowd. So in terms of the structure and the way in which he put the speech together, the rhetoric he used, overall, I give Keir Starmer 7 out of 10.